dividing decimals. 6/10 divided by 2. I'm going to mark out 6/10, and I am going to split those 6/10 into 2 pieces. How much do I have in each piece? I have 3/10 and I have 3/10 in each piece. So 6/10 divided by 2 is 3/10. And the way that we write that is 6/10 divided by 2. What you're going to do is you're going to just move your decimal point straight up, and then you're going to say 2 will not go into 0, but 2 will go into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6, and we are done. So 6/10 divided by 2 is 3/10 in each group. Now, what if I have 6/10, and this time I'm not dividing by 2, I'm dividing by 2/10? Well, I am going to have one group of 2/10 right here. I'm going to have another group of 2/10 here, and I'm going to have a third group of 2/10. So how many groups of 2/10 did I have? 1, 2, 3. So 6/10 divided by 2/10 is 3. Now let's look at it like this. 6/10 divided by 2/10. Well, if we divide without doing anything with the decimals, I would put my decimal point up here, and it would look like 2 will go into 6 3 times. So my answer is 3/10. But that's not what my answer is. Remember, I didn't have 3/10 of a group. I had 3 groups. So my answer is not 3/10. So what we actually have to do when we have a problem that has a decimal as our divisor, so let me rewrite this. What we actually have to do is remove the decimal from the divisor. So to move my decimal point over, I multiply by 10. Every time you multiply by 10, you move your decimal point. So I'm going to do that to my divisor, and I'm going to do that to my dividend. So I'm going to multiply this by 10. So then I've changed my problem to 2 divided into 6, which is 3. So that's why 6/10 divided by 2/10 is 3. I did not write a new problem. This and this are the same thing. So write this down. When dividing decimals, your divisor, this is the divisor. What you're dividing by must be a whole number. So this is fine right here. This is not okay. This is, your divisor cannot be a decimal. Your dividend, that's what you're dividing, can be a whole number or a decimal. This is fine and this is fine. What's not okay is right here. So if I had 4/10, and I am dividing that into 6/10, what I have to do is multiply by 10 to get my decimal point moved over. And I have to multiply the inside by 10 also, because whatever I do to the outside goes to the inside. So now I have 4 divided into 6, and now I'm going to show my decimal point here and put it in my answer. I'm going to show my 0 and bring it down. 4 into 20 goes 5 times, and 5 times 4 is 20. Oops, and I end up with 0. So my final answer is 1.5, 1 5/10. So 4/10 divided by 6/10 is 1 5/10. Write this one down, pause the video, and solve it. So when you solved it, you should have seen that you cannot have a decimal as your divisor. So we've got to multiply by 10 and multiply by 10 to get that decimal point moved over. So now we have 12 into 16. 12 will not go into 1. It will go into 16 one time. So now I'm going to show my decimal point here and in the answer. I'm going to add my 0. I'm going to bring down my 0. 12 into 40, 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. And I see that what is happening here, I'm going to bring down another 0. What is happening here is I'm getting a repeating decimal. So that is going to repeat. So 1 2/10 divided by 1 6/10 is 1 3/10 repeating. Alright, let's just try one more. Pause the video and see if you can solve this one. Alright, so what you should see is that you have a decimal as your divisor. We cannot have that. So you're going to multiply by 10 2 times. Really, that means that you're multiplying by 100. So here I have to also multiply by 100. So I'm going to add 2 zeros here. So what I end up with is 3 divided into 400. 3 goes into 4 one time. Bring down my 0. Bring down my other 0. And what is happening, so I'm going to add my decimal and my 0. And what you're going to end up with is another repeating decimal. So, 300 divided by 4 is 133 3/10 repeating. So try several of these. Watch the video a couple times. Make sure you understand the concept.